Salut les amis et bienvenue sur ma chaîne, je m'appelle Mariam and today I'm going to be talking about how to pronounce the French letter E with and without accent. So this is going to be a detailed video on the sounds of E. So let's get started. So if you have watched my last video of French letters and sounds, you would know that the French letter E is actually E and how it is pronounced, like what is the easiest way you can like make through it and all. So I hope that till the end of the video we're going to cover all the concepts, all the sounds about this E letter. And if you haven't watched my previous videos, I would highly recommend you to go back and check those, so it will be more easier and helpful for you guys. By the end of the video, we will be covering all these three topics. Okay, so first thing first, let us do a quick recapitulation of the E sound. E, E. Now I'm going to provide you with some examples so that you exactly know how to find and where to use this E sound, and it would also be helpful for differentiating this E with from the accented ones. Now you're going to find this sound in words that are monosonic. Now what is a monosonic? Monosonic are the words which have one syllable. Okay, so if you don't know what a syllable is, I'm going to give you a quick information or recapitulation about it. Now I know by now everybody knows what is a syllable, but I think I should say it again. So basically a syllable is a single unbroken sound unique in a word, which typically consists of a vowel and is also like the basic pronunciation unit. So basically I'm going to give you some examples. For example, cat, dog, they have the single syllable. You cannot break them like dog or cat. No, it is like cat and dog. There's also, for examples I have noted, running, running, then happy, or if you say information, see, information, four syllables. And if you say about the one that I gave, happy, happy, it has two syllables. Okay, so now let's come back to where we were before. So I'm going to give you some examples of monosonic words so that it's easier for you to identify and understand this concept. For example, ne, je, mon, te. If I say je suis étudiante, like je suis étudiante, je. I hope that is easier and can be understood by now. I'm going to give you more examples. Do not worry, going to make this video as informative and interesting as I can. Okay, so you're going to find this sound also in the end of the first syllable of words which has more than one syllable. For example, if I give cheval, 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 it has two syllables, cheval and val, and you can understand that it's end with a French letter E and has the sound of cheval. And then there's more like venir verb, venir, 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 venir. Then there's more example that I've noted because I thought I might forget the example at the moment. Here, demander, demander, demander. There's debout, debout. Okay, now guys, you must be very confused here if you don't know yet. Like demander, like they. That is the sound. There is. I'm going to explain about that last portion again. So watch this video till the end. You would be clear by then, I promise. Faites attention not to pronounce this E sound when it is at the end of a word. For example, table or cible. Usually what happens, we non-francophone speakers do this mistake of pronouncing that E sound at the end like table or cible. No, it is not, because the French native speakers do not pronounce the last E. So it will be like table or cible. Very easy, but you need to keep it in mind because when it's table, it is T-A-B-L-E-A-U. So it is like tableau because E-A-U makes a sound of O. So tableau and not tableau, while the spelling is T-A-B-L-E. So it is like table or cible. Okay, so now if I say the words like bébé, école, écouter, can you see there's a noticeable change in the sound, like be and not bu. Well, so this is a sound which is cancelling that E sound because of that accent here. So basically there's an accent called accent aigu or accent aigu. Well, you can say both of them, I think. So basically there's that E and then there's an accent in the right side. So this accent aigu is an open-ended syllable, and if I give you examples like game or shame. Remember, these are the English examples. Just for better understanding, I am giving this. So if you say game, it is game, just the A portion, cancelling that A, not the A. Just forget about the A and the aim. It's just the A. Okay, and then there's shame, like a, that exact A sound we are going to use, like is being used in that E accent aigu pronunciation. So more examples like ete, you can see there's ending with an accent mark and then starting also with an accent mark. So ete, and then there's examples that I gave before, ekute. So you might be a bit confused about the ending part of ekute, like why there isn't an accent at the last E, because the sound is exactly making as A. So this is the confusing part, but I am going to explain it, so watch till the end. Let's pick up the examples again. Écoutez, and if I also say about a word étranger, so you can understand there's a R at the end of these words, but this R is silent. So that is the reason why we are changing the E sound. But remember that you cannot use any accents over here, and also I have already made a video related to that R sound and also more sounds related to that R alphabet. So if you haven't watched it yet, please go back and check it out now. I highly recommend you guys, because I am giving my 100% to create these videos, because I want you guys to learn with me. Let's just work it out together. Let's just create something big. So if I say manger, to eat, or mélanger, to mix, so these words you can see it is ending with the silent R, so there's E before it, so the E will be A sound. Now it is not only about the R sound, there can be other consonants after E which would make that A sound. For example, if I say voulez, or if I say projet, so see, voulez, it is ending with that Z, or what we say Z in French. And if I say about the projet, it is ending with T. So it is projet and not project. So it is completely different from the E sound. You must keep this in your mind, not to confuse that E sound with A sound, and there are more sounds coming, like not more, there's only one sound coming, but still you need to keep this in mind. For example, if I say vous voulez un gâteau, you want a cake, so vous voulez un gâteau. So I'm not pronouncing that Z. And so here we have at, which is the third and the final sound of E, and this is called a close-ended syllable. For example, if I say ouch, now forget the ouch or that exaggeration, just remember that sound. This is the exact sound that we are going to use in that close-ended syllable, which is sound. Okay, so we will be using the sound when it is an accent grave, which is the complete opposite direction of the accent aigu. Now the A sound that I said, it is the quickest way you can understand and differentiate these sounds, and I hope you should practice this, because I think it might sound a bit funny, but I think this is the way you can actually habituate yourself with that A and the other sound. Faites attention not to confuse these two directions, because if you change the direction, you will end up making a different pronunciation for a different accent, and this will indeed be a mistake. So here are some examples for you, like père, which means father, mère, which means mother, and there's cher, which means expensive, there's légère, which is light. So why did I take this légère example? Because you can see there's lé accent aigu and there's gère accent grave. So légère, well, so this is a bit difficult, because there's three sounds you must keep in mind, the A, then A, and then that R sound. So légère, but with practice we will be making it for sure. So then there is accent circumflex, which includes a cap over E. If you remember, I gave an example before, which is at, and it concludes accent circumflex. And there's more example like tat, which is head, and there's arrêter. It is not arrote or rete, it is instead arrête, because that E in between includes accent circumflex. I hope this is easier, and there are more examples. I think you should practice it at your home regularly to make this clear, and so that you can differentiate between the sounds. Okay, you're going to find the same sound when there's double consonants. For example, vitesse, which is not vitesse but vitesse, and then there's appel, which is not appel but appel, and then there's océan, not océan but océan. Well, I'm giving you this example so that you can clearly differentiate between the two. Okay, so there's time where we also find this sound. For example, mer. It is not me because the R in the end is pronounced, and it is mer, mer. I hope that is clear. Okay, now we are going to do some practice together. So I'm going to put on the screen some exercises, like not exercises, some activities which you are going to do. I'm going to give you 5 seconds like time, and you have to identify the correct pronunciation, and then I'm going to say it. You have to repeat after me. If you want longer time, you can pause the video and do it by yourself. So let's do some practice. Exprimer, tête, elle, demander, adresse, laver, légumes, rep, jeunesse, fenêtre, réalité, mer, planète. Okay, so we are already at the end of the video. I hope you have loved my video, and if you do, then do not forget to subscribe my channel and put a thumbs up. So au revoir, à bientôt.